Hi everyone, it's Joanie from simplelivingmama.com, and today I wanted to talk to you about my Make Way for Ducklings lesson plans that I did with my preschooler and my kindergartner this year. So one of the books that I really love and I've been looking forward to teaching is Make Way for Ducklings. And what I do is I take my 1 week lesson plans, and since I am teaching older children, I break those lesson plans down and I stretch them out throughout an entire month because it's just too difficult for me to try to squeeze in all of the activities in a 1 week time frame. If I only had a kindergartner and a preschooler, I could definitely get all of this done over the course of 1 or 2 weeks. But that's not the case. So we spend about a month really diving into a specific topic that is inspired by a classic children's book. And we have done Make Way for Ducklings. So I realize these aren't little mallard ducklings, but nonetheless, they are cute little ducklings. So I wanted to sort of talk about the different things that we did. So I have an entire printable packet devoted to these lesson plans. And as always, we focus on a virtue. Perseverance is our latest virtue that we're focusing on. We do different alphabet games for gross motor skills like the ABC Hop or Spray the Letter, stuff like that. And we do reading, of course. I have a duck book list that is included with those lesson plans. So not only do we read Make Way for Ducklings a few times, but we pick out some other children's books about ducks as well as some nonfiction books. I do like to do at least one craft with the kids. This particular craft that we did was we made a duck puppet, and the kids could reenact the story. Even most of my kids participate in these lesson plans from 2 up to 7. Of course, my oldest son, he's not interested in any of this, but that age range, they like doing the different activities that I set up. So we did that. I created a sensory bin with water and little rubber ducks. And I also set up a Play-Doh invitation, which was a lot of fun for the kids, because what kid doesn't love Play-Doh? They could make a little pond scene with the Play-Doh and the rubber ducks and add in some other animals if they wanted to. It was completely up to them. Our field trip for this particular lesson was a trip to the duck pond where we brought some homemade duck food, which is not the traditional bread that you normally would feed ducks, but something different. That recipe is included in the lesson plans. Every day we focus on a nursery rhyme, so I chose 5 Little Ducks to go along with Make Way for Ducklings, and this one's really, really cute. And there's a million different ways that you can go with this. You can use your duck puppets to do some reenacting of the nursery rhyme, and my 2-year-old really especially loves nursery rhymes, so that was a ton of fun for her. Other things that we did, we worked on letter tracing and letter writing. So we did D and Q for duck and quack, and I always include do-a-dot pages. So here are our do-a-dot pages. These should be printed in landscape. I did not specify that for those particular pages, and my printer was kind of wacky, so it went off the deep end and printed it in portrait mode, but those should be printed in landscape. For geography, since we are focusing on geography in our entire homeschool, this went along perfect because we were talking about the United States with the older kids. So I had a map of the US, and we talked about Boston, Massachusetts, which is where the story Make Way for Ducklings takes place. And then we talked about where that is at, located on the map, in comparison to where we live. So that was a fun thing to do. I also have numbered duck mats. In the story, the ducklings are fed peanuts, And if you have peanuts in your home, you can use those to practice one-to-one correspondence with the duck mats, and you can do all kinds of things with that. We just used dried beans because we didn't have any peanuts, so that works just as well. I always like to include some nature study with my preschoolers and my kindergartner. Now, it's not like focused nature study, but they are just as curious as older children about all of those things, like where the animals live, what they eat, all of that stuff. So I have a page with duck facts, and we talked about mallard ducks in particular, and also the fact that there are other types of ducks and they all look different. And then I had a notebooking page, which is very simple. They can trace the word duck if their fine motor skills will allow it, and draw a picture of a duck or a duck in a pond, whatever the case may be. And then you just ask them, what did you learn about ducks? And then write it down on the page for them. Very simple, but it makes a really fun keepsake. So that is what we did over the course of, I really love making these lesson plans, and I know some other people enjoy doing them too. If you're interested, I'll have the link down below where you can go grab your own set. If you want to work on Make Way for Ducklings with your kids, there's also other stuff included in here that I didn't mention, some science experiments, and let's see, that might be it. Science experiments and little crafty things, stuff like that. So yeah, that's about it. I will talk to you guys next time. If you have any questions, make sure you leave those down in the comments below. You can like this video, that always helps me out. And subscribe if you aren't already subscribed. I post about homeschooling and homemaking and mom stuff. So that's what you will find here. I will talk to you later. Bye.